And we're back. What's up, re-examination? Good to see you. Okay. Actually, I need to figure out how, because other people filter through here the chat. Might want to do a pinned comment for the panel just to have people up. How do I do that? Gonna figure all this stuff out live. Let's see. Comments. Can I? What if I just do this? If I do this, and then what does this do? Let me go see what that does on YouTube land. Let me go see what that does on YouTube. No, that doesn't do anything. Pin message. There we go. You pin it on the YouTube side. It doesn't seem like StreamYards allows you to pin it from here. Whatever. That's what we're doing. Okay. Now, share screen. A window. Do this. There we go. Add this. And then do this. Woke game stream. Well, yeah, I mean, look, man. It is what it is, right? Like, yeah, there's a bunch of woke nonsense in the game. Doesn't mean we have to partake in it. It's kind of like life, you know. You're just walking down the sidewalk. There may be a bunch of nonsense that you come across. Doesn't mean you have to partake in it. If you go to a massage parlor and they're like, "Oh, you want happy ending?" and you go, "No, you don't have to say yes. You don't need to be a degenerate." Okay? You can just take the massage and leave. Anyway. So, we are in the tower. We made it to the tower. We made it safe-ish to the tower. Now we have to go and basically loot it. The tower's not that hard, honestly. It's not really that hard. It's just a lot of looting, and then you go to the top, and that's kind of it. I will take that supply pack, though.
Seems like the owner was quite the literary type.
He was a scholar of the page. Am I overweight again? This is an ever-present problem. My guy's always too fat. Wait, no, I'm not. Why am I? I don't understand. Maybe it's the... Oh, that's why. Holy moly. Okay, I have a lot of potions. I feel like someone else should hold the potions. Who has decent strength? Gale. Gale's the only one that has decent strength. Okay, so Gale's gonna be our potion guy. He's gonna hold the potions.
Never a dull moment.
That's what we're gonna do. Do. So yeah, we're gonna send this to Gale. There we go. All better. Actually, I have more potions to send to Gale. We're gonna send all these to Gale. I guess potions are heavy. I have 16 of these too. I need to probably send those to Gale as well. Split this. Send this to, I don't know, Gale. All right. We're good to go. Use the Susser flowers to take down robots. I think I know what you're saying, but I like having my guys being able to use magic. I feel like that would shut down Gale more than the robots. I'm not really worried. I'll be honest with you, Var. I'm not overly concerned with the upcoming fight. This party has come online to the point where I don't know. Maybe I'm just being cocky. Maybe I'm just being a little thinking too much of my party here. But I think we've got it. I think we've got it. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about it. Because we went up against the Draugr, right? And they at level 7 Draugr didn't really do much. Didn't really do much. We kind of ripped them apart. He didn't even get to summon all his little minions. He just spent the entire fight in timeout. And then we just all got around him and brutally just kicked him while he was down. It was kind of horrific to see, honestly. Disrespectful, really, if I'm being honest. That boss robot is annoying. All right. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I'm willing to bet that my guys are gonna destroy this guy pretty effectively. Okay, I think we got all the doors open. Looted everything. We got the weird mushroom thing. Let's go ascend. We're gonna go up another level. I said ascend. I wonder if killing these things gives XP. That didn't do anything. Gale, I need your electric touch, sir. It does give XP. Holy moly. Alright. Free XP. Alright. We're just gonna do that then. Holy moly. He has high defense. That's fine. That's fine. It'll be alright. It'll be fine. Between Shadow Blade and what is it? The enemy of one. Yeah, no problem, Rex. No problem, bud. All right, we're gonna hit this. We're just collecting free XP right now. Wait, did that not work? Oh, I already killed that one. Yeah, that would be a little,
Freckles of weave radiate from that chest. Look at that. It transformed.
Featherfall. Nice. Gotta put all my potions in one bag here. Not that, though. It's at the camp. Yeah, no rush, no rush re-exam. You're good. I wonder if, I wish I could put this somewhere better. Show comments on stage. Tall. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, there we go. Uh. Don't need that. Don't need that. Might consider this and this, actually. I don't remember if the robot has any crazy spells, but I don't think it matters. I think we'll be fine.
I applaud your taste.
There, now we can see.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I think I need to turn the game volume up a little bit. Sound effects can come up to like something like that. User interface is fine. There we go.
Moving ahead.
It have Electroblast. Electroblast. Okay.
I spy with my little eye.
Don't even.
Nothing of note, really.
What is this? Arcana +1, religion +1. That could be useful, I guess. Especially for maybe Gale. Being a wizard. Being a wizard could be useful. We are halfway to level 6.
No time to rest.
We get to level 6.
Strange.
A lot of things come online. Actually, I think level 6 is where I take my next level dip, maybe?
What's in here?
Or maybe level 7.
With haste.
Oh, I'm spying on passenger CS right now while she moving on stairs. Man, you should see it. I'm not really sure I understand what that means. I would say spying in general is not a good thing to do, so I don't know. Oh, there he is. What's happened, sir? Oh my goodness, okay. Oh, we've got the blues. We're playing the blues. Yeah, man. Play a riff for us. Very nice, sir. Very nice. What kind of what kind of guitar you rolling there?
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
I'm getting an echo.
Okay. Oh, okay. So wait. This is what I want. This is what I want to test. Okay. So you're getting an echo. Okay. So hold on. You're getting an echo. Okay. What about now?
Test. Still getting an echo.
You're still getting an echo. Well, drat. Let me think. So how are you still getting an echo? If I'm doing, all right, let me try. Let me try something else. Let me try something here.
Pop that off for a moment.
If I remove this, and then, well, actually, just stop that.
Did you get an echo off my guitar or no?
No, I don't hear an echo. Like whenever we're doing this.
Now I can't hear an echo. Yeah, so it must be
Right. I just it's 100% like when I share the screen for the game. But I have another option. So I'm gonna share this. All right, can you hear it? Do you hear an echo now?
No, we're good.
No. Okay, now, but here's the question: do you hear the game?
Do something soundworthy in the game. Okay.
No.
No, I guess I don't. But I don't need to hear the game. So if you can hear the game, I don't need to hear the game. I mean,
you don't need to hear the game.
Now it'd be fun because I could do impressions of the people in the game, but it doesn't matter that much.
So I need to figure out what's the situation there.
See, that
but I was asking. Yeah,
I would just say that one night you were playing, and I was able to hear everything, and I can't figure out what the setting difference was.
I think I might know. Let me see. Maybe it's just. Let me try one more thing. First off, let me see. Let me make sure I don't. Do. Okay, no, that's there. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna delete this. And then share screen, but I'm gonna share window. Oh, I'm sorry, no, entire screen. That's what I'm gonna share. Tell me if you can hear the game now.
I don't think so. Anything sound worthy you can do? Like blow up the shofar or something?
Should hear that.
Nope.
No, okay. Didn't think so. All right, now remove. Stop. Share screen, entire screen, but actually do. Got it. All right. Do you hear an echo?
Test. Yes.
What about now?
Test. No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
When I did it in Discord, maybe do you think it was because I did it in Discord last time and not StreamYard? I think maybe that's the reason.
Yes. That was right. Yeah, that's actually, now I remember, you were in Discord last time. Yeah, there's something with StreamYards that doesn't like, or it's somehow crossing.
I think it might be OBS because I've been on StreamYard watching. We reviewed videos on StreamYard together on like Rex and Rev or any other panels.
Could be OBS.
You ever put that into Grok and be like, "Hey, Grok, here's the problem. What I gotta do to overcome?"
Not yet. It hasn't been a problem till now. But now that I'm aware of it, yeah, I'll run some troubleshooting. Let's see. But I was asking you what kind of guitar do you have?
Yeah, so this is a PRS. I forget the exact model, but it's pretty nice. It's got abalone bird inlays on the fretboard. It's got 2 humbuckers with
humbuckers. Okay.
Yeah, with what do you call it? The switches, so I can make them into single coil if I want, and I can switch which one is single coil. Yeah, either of those. So it's a good high quality guitar, and it sounds pretty good, cleans and good distortion. So I could switch the microphone input to the guitar itself, and I was actually, is it mic? Yeah. So if I go
nice.
Now you can't hear the phone and the guitar at the same time, right? Just the guitar, or could you hear the?
I just heard. Well, but they're talking right now. But okay, it's not talking. I just I heard the guitar. I didn't hear you talking when you switched over. Yeah,
I can only do like one input thing at a time, or crank it while it's really late at night, and I'm in an apartment. I'm not in a house like that. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
By myself.
Oh, so that's not coming through your amp. That's like coming through
my amp hooked up to my computer.
Okay, so okay, gotcha. So your amp goes through your computer, and then you got it. Okay. Huh. Yeah, my I have an old what was it, SG guitar.
Gibson SG.
I haven't played that. Yeah, Gibson SG. Yeah, but I haven't played that thing in years. I used to be able to play the intro to Sweet Child of Mine pretty effectively. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm not effective at it. It would be kind of embarrassing if I did that for all to see. That one is still like, I mean,
it's tricky, and you got to get that like I don't know how to describe it. I'm not very musically talented.
The milky tone.
All my all my like the progress that I made was very just like looking at what do you call that? It was a very where it like breaks down the different things and where you place your hands. I forget what the terminology is, but it's like
the tabs.
Tabs, yeah, the tabs, like all the different tabs, and then just like you should do it this way, and then from there listening to the song and trying to get the kind of like the rhythm of like how long to stay on each string and that sort of thing. So it was very much by feel and trial and error for me.
Did you practice scales at all or no?
No, not really. I'll be honest, the most annoying thing for me, and this is gonna sound kind of petty, but since I'm kind of tone deaf, tuning the guitar was a nightmare for me. And I mean
that's why having a tuner is good, you know.
Yeah, no, I had one of those too, but even using that, I was having troubles with it because like it would say because it would say like tighten, you know, like E string more, and I would tighten it and then like, you know, work with it. And I popped a bunch of strings going off of my tuner, and I tried different tuners. It was just a nightmare for me.
I wonder, I'm sure there was a solution for that. I can't imagine what was happening. I mean, yeah, I'm sure
I
you
was
were
also
tuning it
young
right
too.
note.
I was like, you know, late teens, early 20s. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. To be fair, I did eventually get it in a state where it sounded right based on what my devices were telling me. But it always felt like I was having to retune that thing ever so often, and I just got annoyed with it.
Yeah,
I think that's why I kind of low key really would like to get a keyboard, you know, because there's no tuning, right? You have a keyboard, you just learn and you play, and then that's it.
there are electric versions of the guitar that are like MIDI that don't require tuning either. That could work for you.
Yeah, maybe so. Wow, I suck. I got 19. I only need one more. Story of my life. Actually, I got 3 tries. I'll try one more time. Oh, baby. Got it. Dead on.
So what I wanted to show you is actually when I said drop D in the chat. Let's see. Is she moving on stairs? I don't know what.
With arms wide open. Under the moonlight. Welcome to this place. I'll show you everything.
Oh, the 90s. Okay, give me uno momento. Por favor. So
What?
of drop
Leave
D.
it on.
That was me taking it from the low E to a low D, so a whole step down.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. So when you hear all that grungy type stuff,
Oh, I see.
usually what they're doing.
Got you. That's what you meant by drop D. Got it. Yeah, I vaguely remember that terminology when I used to practice. Can you do eruption?
Oh, not very well, dude. I can mess around a lot, but eruption, I can do tapping, but specifically for eruption, like the whole thing, it really takes practice. I'm just kind of a mess around kind of guy. I have some grasp of it, but I mean,
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure it's like what's the terminology? It's hammer-ons. I think it's just like a bunch of hammer-ons. I recognized it.
Anyway, I mean, there's something along those lines, but it's not nearly as clean or smooth or full as it ought to be. And plus, if you really want to do all of eruption, you need it's called a Floyd Rose, a floating bridge to go like all the way down. This has like a regular tremolo bridge, but it doesn't have like the full. I do have one with a Koto, which is a brand that's kind of like the Floyd Rose, but that one's not nearly as good sounding as the PRS.
Hmm. How long have you been playing?
Well, I took it up again 2024, but I played from ages like 16 to 23, and then I picked it up a couple years again.
Okay.
Thankfully, it's been kind of like riding a bike. It's not too far from where I was at. If anything,
Yeah,
I've
I
got more
wonder
patience
what,
now.
Yeah, I wonder if that would be the same if I did it. Because we're talking like a 15-year gap or something like that.
You still have it?
I do.
Yeah, you probably need a setup for that too. It's been years and years. So you need to get the truss rod adjusted. You'll probably need to get that neck scraped and like steamed, all sorts of work done on it to make it, Also, you might even want to decide, like, depending on how expensive it was, you might just want to, like, depending on how dedicated you want to be. I mean, you're a husband and a father. I would just say, you could also get a new one, but again, that's up to your budget and your priorities. But if it's good enough to get set up, which is typically about $100, then you can take it up again, learn some scales, learn how to just relax and solo, and all that kind of stuff. Scales are really fun, and then just learn the modes across the neck. And I'm not anywhere near a pro and all that kind of stuff, but I just like messing around.
Right.
I wish I could jam with people more, but that's just not how life works out.
Yeah, I feel like if it's like, $150, $200 to get started again, it's like, well, how much more do I have to add to this to just buy a keyboard and like go that route?
What kind of keyboard you want? How fancy you want the keyboard?
I looked into it. You can get like a decent keyboard for, a few $100, $300, Not
Let's see if I can break TOS right
crazy.
now.
TOS.
We made a smashing.
Recognize that.
We made a Smashing Pumpkins reference earlier, so I might as well.
Yeah, I recognize that. All right, I think we're gonna try this.
What happened to Vara? He gone.
I don't know. I think he got. He kind of comes and goes. He was. He had a lot of commentary on the panel I was on earlier.
Oh, he's a dedicated follower of the Mo.
He was watching the debate panel. We were watching the Eli Sakar debate.
I came around the
on
end
atheism.
of that. Yeah, I came around the end of that, and Steelborn was in the chat, and he said that his friend Eli didn't do quite as well, and I didn't see what happened. I
haven't watched the whole thing. We didn't finish it.
Okay.
It was on Confluence panel, so typical Confluence panel. We watched like 10 seconds of the actual debate, and then someone brings up something, and then we argue for like 30 minutes.
Wait a minute, doesn't everybody just suck on this panel?
Yeah. And then Melvin was on there, so
I don't know anything about Melvin, so it just sounds like a Simpsons character to me.
they basically are, yeah. All right, we've got quite a few number of people here, so I got to figure out what I'm gonna do. This guy, what is he immune to? He's resistant to freaking everything. Holy moly!
I'm sorry I asked, Vara. You know.
No, I'm here watching some ass. Okay. Hey, don't talk about me like that. What do you mean?
Oh, I thought he was. Never mind. I thought he was watching something else then. Never mind.
I'm assuming that's what he means, but I'm hoping
unless he means that I'm a stupid guy, then maybe that's what he's talking about.
Bernard can spend a legendary action to immediately launch leaping static at a foe after being attacked. What does leaping static do? Oh goodness, I don't like that at all. Overcharge. Let's see here. Karlak. We need to see how you're gonna do. 70% chance, huh?
I wonder if Rev has the thumbnail up yet. Not Rev. I miss Rev.
Yeah, how's he doing? Have you heard from him?
I have not much. I mean, we saw it in the Discord, in his Discord, that he's getting some things figured out technology wise. But yeah, no, I looked at his page again. It's like, did he put anything on his page to tell his peeps that he'll be back someday? And I don't see that. Speaking of Eli, by the way, did you see Eli is going to be debating T-Jump?
Who?
Are you not aware of T-Jump? T-Jump is a right-wing atheist. So yeah. So he's talking about epistemology.
Wait, he's a right-wing atheist?
Correct. He is also a moral realist, but he believes that morality is emergent property of matter.
Okay, so he gets a morality claim from matter. Interesting.
Still got to tune that up a little bit. Anyway, you gotta show me how to get those sweet intros you got going on there.
Oh, yeah, I can show you.
Like, how did you craft all those intros and those mid screens and all that stuff? It must be OBS related, right?
No, it's I take a image that I like, and then it's just AI.
And you set it as a continuous loop?
So I went. There's this one. It's like $10 to sign up for a month, and that's all you need to get all your stuff. And you basically feed it like an image and describe what you want it to do, and then you make like a 10-second, GIF basically of it, and then you have it loop in OBS or whatever, and then you also. And then for like music, you just whatever music you want to add to it. That's what you do.
By the way, speaking of music, do you have an amp for your guitar?
Yeah.
What's your amp?
What is my amp? Trying to remember. I think it's something like a Spider or something. I don't remember, man.
Oh, yeah. Line 6.
Line 6 Spider. That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, classic digital amp. For me, I bought not just one, I bought a couple of Boss Katanas. They sound amazing. So you're probably familiar with the Boss brand of guitar pedals, and they also make amps. And the amps you can hook up to your computer, and there's free software that comes with it, and you just have like the vast majority of their library of pedals, and you can attach it to a foot pedal for the amp, and then you can just customize effects down to like a granular level, and then put all the different tones you want in the amp.
Huh.
Fancy stuff. It's amazing what they can do with digital today as far as sound.
Yeah, it's definitely a different. It's a bit different than when I was messing around before. Because I never actually like got into all the different stuff you can do with a computer.
Here, I'll show you some of the tones I got. So much fun, but then there's streaming, and that's a whole lot of fun right now. So I enjoy that.
Well, you should you could incorporate some of that into your stream, man. You should. It's good. It's good stuff.
I could. It's just doesn't really fit the whole Christian worldview apologetic thing. I'm also here, to entertain you. I mean, I can.
What do you mean? Creed was a Christian rock band, right?
It's not about that. It just feels kind of cheap and cheesy to be like, hi, welcome to the stream. We talk about the most important stuff. Also, let me watch me play like Daydream.
Let me rip this riff right here. Yeah, no, I get you.
We're doing something non-serious then. Yeah.
Right.
But I mentioned Drop D, and I was like, this is a great opportunity to play guitar. There was a time, what was it? Avarice wanted me to play. Let's see if you can. Oh, yeah. It went like this. See if you can name that tune.
Name that tune. I don't know if I recognize that. Oh, I recognize that.
So yeah, he was like, play, and then what the song's called?
I recognize that last tune. I didn't recognize the first one.
So they're the same tune. It's Jumper by Third Eye Blind.
Yeah. Wish you would step back from the ledge, my friend. Yeah.
So
you could cut ties with all the lies you've been living in.
If you do not want to see me again, I would understand.
I don't know. That sounds like a different take.
Anyway.
That inflection sounds more like the short bus take on. I don't know. No offense, but the inflection you're giving it.
No, that was me kind of emulating the singer because he's got that.
He does. Yeah, he definitely does. Yeah.
That's going on Speakeasy's distractions of the clips now.
Yeah.
But that's funny. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, but Avarice wanted that played. Because the first actual stream, I think the first stream I was on it was either with Pisco on Sarah Tomato, or it was with Abe Dinkus, and it was like Abby and Emmett and Def Knot and a couple other people I don't even see around anymore.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow, by the way. I feel like that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Actually, I was supposed to look
because I've never actually debated rights or force doctrine, so this will be interesting to see how I do.
Yeah. Part of me is like, let's see. Yeah, he hasn't put up anything yet for the live thing. So part of me is like, look, there's me and you and Abe. So three of us are going to be using Christian theology as our basis and our epistemology. So now, of course, Abe is going to be the moderator, but I could see from her perspective how she could feel a little overwhelmed with that. So I was thinking, like, when it comes to the epistemology stuff, I could just back off and then you could do it if you want. And then when it comes to grounding rights in God, that would be the me part. And then you guys would both question it, I suppose. And then when it comes to, so Def Knot and I don't really have any overlap with you, that we would both have an occasion to come against you, right? But you and I would have overlap on her, and then you and her would have overlap on me. what I'm saying? Because you would agree.
Well, you guys would have overlap that rights exist.
Yeah, but the way she establishes rights, I don't believe is coherent or justifiable, because she seems to justify rights from the collective will within like a people group or a nation. At least that's what I'm anticipating. We actually didn't talk over the terms of like opening statements or opening remarks. So that might be something to casually mention as we begin, just like some short opening remarks, just to set the ground for where we're at. I don't know how he's going to run it because we haven't discussed the mechanics of it. I could send him a message and see what he says. Is there I don't even know. Does he have a Discord of his own?
Yeah, I think so. But he's also in a lot of other Discords too. So
yeah, where's a good place to even like?
If you're in the Speakeasy Discord, he's in there.
Yeah,
because he's a debater and on VK quite a bit.
Yep. I don't see him on panels as much as I used to, but I guess it's probably because of his life situation right now.
Right. But as far as like the structure of it, yeah, I'm not sure either. I was gonna put together like a very simple structure if it comes for as far as like opening statements. But honestly, like my position is there's not much to say about it, honestly. Like the real meat and potatoes comes out in the back and forth and cross examination.
Correct. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's okay. Carlack's overweight again. Say, send this to
Ye old Jenny Craig. Welcome to Jenny Craig. We're gonna help you lose the weight.
Yeah, she needs some Jenny Craig.
10,000 steps. Go up into the Highlands and make your 10,000 steps.
I get the whole steps thing, you know? It's like a very like I don't know, low barrier to entry to like get fat people to not be fat anymore, but like I never really enjoyed that approach of fitness. Like, oh, I'm gonna get my steps in. It's like, okay.
Well, it's a simple way. It's a simple, pretty much impossible to forget way of doing it, which is the most practical way of doing things for most people, because you're like, balance your carbs and balance your macros and you put them all on the scale when you get home, and just make sure you count your calories. And it's like counting calories, as long as you're like dead on, like you are dedicated, nothing's going to shake you, you feel optimistic, that can work incredibly well and incredibly fast. The 10,000 steps part obviously has to do with exercise you otherwise don't get out of going to the gym if you don't have the occasion to go to the gym, or if you just do this smallstep.gov where you take the stairs instead of the elevator. It's the simplicity of it that is more effective than all the science that the early Hodge Twins videos had.
Yeah.
Your
macros.
Yeah.
Proteins, creatine or whatever. And now they're all, well, what they are now.
Yeah, I remember back when they were doing the fitness stuff, which is funny because you look at like some of the stuff that they're talking about, and now that I've like gotten older and looked into things a little more, kind of like not the greatest advice. But it's kind of like gym bro knowledge.
Yeah. Intermittent fasting. Yeah.
Well, that one actually I do think works. That one actually,
that one does work. I've used it, but I just can't think of anything they've said that I have enough.
Well, I can tell you one thing. They were like They were joking around
Stick
and
your
making like
fingers down your throat, boy. Yeah.
no, they were making
Vomit all that up, boy.
they were saying stuff like 5 milligrams creatine.
Okay.
Don't go over that. You're gonna start bleeding out of your out of your dick and things like that, right? And it's like, okay, well, no, actually, the first 5 milligrams goes towards your muscles because they're greedy. And if you have over that, it's actually creatine is actually really excellent for brain cognitive, and thinking and like giving clarity. It's actually like really good for your brain. So you can do like 10, even 15 milligrams. It's not a big deal. But listening to them back then, it was made out to like if you take over 5 milligrams, you're gonna like internally bleed to death.
I think part of their shtick has always been, I'm going to make the other one crack first. We're going to get all tough. We're going to get all macho. We're going to mug at the camera. And then what's the next ridiculous thing I'm going to say that's going to make my brother crack first? I'm the tougher one. I'm not going to crack. He's going to crack. And they're probably both thinking that the whole time.
They're always like hitting each other too, like under the table and like,
oh, man,
mess with each other. Yeah. Yeah, I actually haven't watched any of their content in a long time. I know they're doing like interviews and stuff now.
Insightful philosophers of our time, the Hodge twins.
But yeah, haven't really watched any of their stuff recently. They also did the whole thing that, to their credit, seems to be pretty successful, where they're basically doing like a legalized lottery, where they have like the giveaway of the trucks, and they get people to like every time they buy something, it's like a point towards a truck. So then they make back the cost of the truck and then some, but then they actually give someone a truck. So that's interesting.
I suppose I'd have to see it. It's interesting.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time, where it's like this promotion where you go to their store, you buy something, you get an entry in the raffle.
Oh. Right?
Yeah. And so on top of obviously, like if you buy a shirt, you get a shirt and then you get an entry in the raffle. And then I guess that's how they skirt the whole, I don't know, gambling legality. It's not technically gambling
because the sweepstakes.
Yeah, it's like a sweepstakes or something. I don't know. All right, well,
mushroom time.
I'm not sure where to go. What is this? Oh, I can't even jump in there. That'd be a bad idea. Yeah, she called me Mario.
Mario rebuttal.
Mario rebuttal. Maybe I could do that 1 year for Halloween. I could just show up dressed as Mario.
What would Abe dress as? He's pretty much at Halloween every day.
I don't know. I think Carl can make it up here. What a loser.
Abe. I wonder if there are days where he's like, why did I pick this persona? Why do I gotta wear this hat? Why can't I just be
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, because that's like the definition of like committed, right? Like once you have that and you've got your following, like what are you gonna do? You're gonna like reinvent yourself and lose your stick.
Right. And then like I mean Sargon of Akkad, he's like, I'm just Carl Benjamin, And then Rob Norton.
Oh yeah.
Rob Norton and Andrew Wilson, they're like, the simplest thing ever. It's my name. Here's my name. I'm not going to forget what I don't have to play up to something.
Well, with Andrew, though, he started out as Big Papa Fascist.
That's true.
Yeah. So he had to, like, shed that. He was that for a very long time. I came in and saw some of his content right at the tail end of that, though. Like, right when he went from Big Papa Fascist to just Andrew.
Yeah, I only knew about him from the Dillahunty debate.
Dillahunty debate. Which one was that?
Did you not see Andrew Wilson versus Matt Dillahunty?
I'm trying to. I know I have, but I'm trying to think of like. I'm trying to place who Dillahunty is. I know I've heard the name Dillahunty. I'm trying to put a name to a face.
He's the bald atheist from the Atheist Experience. He's been like everywhere.
Is he the one that like I refuse to engage in this, and he like stands up and walks out?
Right.
I refuse to justify this argument with my presence. Well, good day, sir. And then he leaves.
Right.
That guy.
Then, right.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see that one. Yeah, that I didn't think that one was that long ago though. I thought that, relatively speaking, I thought that was what, a year ago, maybe
a year or
something
two
like
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was maybe late 2024, but yeah, I just remember as like I've never heard a Christian go up and talk like Andrew has. I was like, whoa, this guy is like, not polite to say the least, or not cordial in his approach. And right, so that was new. And then that's when I got introduced to the Ortho Bro approach, which includes Jim Bob and Jay Dyer and all that kind of stuff. You're dumb. All that kind of stuff.
You're dumb, mate. I don't even understand, man. You're dumb.
Yeah.
You're just
Unmute,
dumb.
dude. Unmute. What's your
what are you saying, man? You're saying you don't think in transcendental universals?
Like, sir, this is a Walgreens. Do you want the gum or not? No, it's like
he's just sitting there at a Taco Bell drive-through, like talking to the person. Like,
are you sure it's a volcano burrito?
What is a burrito? Have you ever thought about this? Have you thought about it? You could even. I'm making fun. I actually like Jay Dyer. I think he's at
the drive-through. He doesn't hear anybody talking. And he just goes, "Unmute, dude."
Yeah, unmute, dude. Unmute, dude. You're not even speaking right now.
All right.
Yeah, no. Actually,
is that a
so
claim about an enchilada?
It's very interesting because I was talking to somebody about this the other day, because there are people who will watch, let's say, we'll just use an example. Some people will watch Jim Bob and they really like him. I think he's hilarious, whatever. But then those people will watch, let's say, Andrew, and they'll think he's like, too mean or whatever. And then they'll watch like Jay Dyer and they'll say they're bored, they don't understand, and it's just like they don't like it, like it's boring content. And I do think that when it comes to debaters, and this is outside the realm of the three I'm using as an example, I think certain debaters require like a different headspace to really enjoy.
I believe I understand all three of them in their own spaces, because
sure.
The four horsemen of the atheists, there was the biologist, which was Dawkins, there was the neuroscientist, Sam Harris, there was the philosopher, Daniel Dennett, and then there was what was labeled the rebel, which was Chris Hitchens. And then for the debate space here, it is the politics guy, which is Andrew, the philosophy theology guy, which is Jay Dyer, and then the culture / evolution / comedy guy, which is Jim Bob. I understand them in their fields, so I can jive with them to the extent that I agree with them. I don't agree with their demeanor or approach necessarily. It's not that I. But yeah, I'll say
I was generally speaking though, like I've heard many people say this before, where one or the other makes some kind of a statement, and especially with Dyer, I think you have to have like a certain headspace to take in what he's saying and actually like get something from it. Because if you don't understand like transcendental, universal, concepts and things like that, or if you don't even know what the hell that fucking means, then you're gonna struggle sitting there listening to him, because he might as well be speaking like Greek to you, right? So I get it from that avenue, but to your point, I recognize them all within their niche and what they go after. It's like if you want to laugh a little bit, you can go watch Jim Bob. If you want to like see someone, be very blood sport debate, brutal, you watch Andrew. If you want to like get into deep like theological concepts, you watch Jay Dyer. But I've had people like, oh, I don't even like Jay's boring, and even like claimed like he's not a good debater. And
no, I give them all
like,
credit as far as their skill for debate. I'm not going to take that away from them.
Right. Child of a son.
Sir, do you use a toothbrush? Like, how does it work with you in your life?
He's one of the squid people that we will eventually turn into if we don't find a cure for the worms in our head.
Oh, okay. If it's that,
Yeah, that's the background of it. But he's also apparently a good mind flayer. Like he broke away from the mind control, so he's like an individual and not like hive mind.
well, that's a relief.
Yeah. He won't try to eat our brains. They eat brains. It's their main source of nutrients.
Hence the mind flaying.
Mind flay. Yes. There you go. I found the mushrooms you're looking for.
Oh, you were that guy in high school. Okay.
Yeah. I'm his provider right now. He's gonna make some cocktail that we're gonna drink, and he's gonna try to like interface with our brain worm, but we'll see how it goes.
I wish somebody would interface with my brain worm.
What
I'm trying
exactly
to
is
run.
this gonna do to me?
Trying to run our health system.
What aren't you telling me? Is this experiment dangerous? Man, we're about to drink this potion and trip out. We're gonna. All right, fine. Drink the potion. What's the worst could happen? Uh-oh, I failed my Constitution saving throw. That is not good. Oh no. Everything is confused. I actually think communism's a good idea now. Oh god. Saving throw. Draw on your willpower and resist. Yeah, sure, let's resist. Let's not give in. Glad I took that extra. That's not good. One 3.
Is that the number you dial in the medieval age to get toxicology?
Yeah, I don't know. Resist the panic from within. Draw out the tadpole by focusing on a tune. I can hum a little tune.
It puts the lotion on his skin.
I don't know if you can really make that into a tune. I guess you could. Gotta focus on a tune. Nice.
Isn't this the game where you have to play Hounds of Love, the entire album by Kate Bush, and then you save her from the mind flayer?
Bush. We're up the hill.
Running up that hill.
Running up the wall.
You know what? David
they really did use that that whatever the money they spent on using that property right. They really got their use out of it because they played that song on so many occasions in that show.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it
You watched-
was a well placed. I watched the whole thing, but it was a well
watched the whole
placed
thing?
song. Yeah. I wrote a better end in my head.
You wrote.
Yeah, no, let me tell you. Okay, you want to hear? I don't know if
I think
anybody else-
I think everyone could write a better fanfic ending than what we got.
Okay, but check this out. Check this out, right? So the Mind
Okay.
Flayer, we know the Mind Flayer lives in Will, and Will draws his powers from the Mind Flayer, or not the Mind Flayer.
I thought Will draws his powers from
Vecna.
Yeah, I thought Will drew his powers from being super fabulous.
Being a Skittles person. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
I
he's
thought that's where
better-
he got it from.
Okay, I'm sure the writers were like, okay, look, Noah, season 4, just sit down. You're gay. Yeah, I know. No, sit down. Listen. But guess what? We're gonna give you powers, and it's gonna make
Yeah,
it
you're gonna be
better.
super.
It's gonna be your
Yeah,
parting
yeah.
gift. No, but
I love just quick side note. I love how the world's ending and there's all these high stake things, and that's the time where he sits down with the group and it's like, guys, we need to pause here. I have something to tell you.
Could you imagine if, like, Luke Skywalker, it's Return of the Jedi, it's towards the end, Luke is trying to drag his father to the shuttle to get him off the
He rolls him over. Yes,
and he's just like, Dad, before we get off the ship, I'm a Skittles person. And then he's like, and then he just dies.
Just throw me down the hole, Luke.
Right.
You've disappointed me enough already.
You have disappointed me for the last time, son. No, but okay. So here's what I would have if I was writing the final season of Stranger Things, because Will is got this psychological two-way tunnel with Vecna, and he gets to see what Vecna sees and experience the power that Vecna experiences and use it himself. What should have happened was you have an ending. Well, it's also true that all the kids that he collected had that same mind tunnel that goes both ways between them, right? So that some of the kids were all installed with that stuff. So the ending battle needed to be where Noah's using Vecna's powers against Vecna and they're dueling, and they also train the kids how to use those powers and inflict them upon Vecna. And so you got 11, you got Will, and you got those kids fighting against Vecna in sort of like telekinesis battle, right? And then Vecna can't take it, and he's about to disintegrate, but before he does, he transports himself into Will. And so when Vecna's body explodes, they think they won for a moment, and then they realize that Vecna is living in Will's body. So in order to defeat Vecna, 11 has to kill Will. That was...
I like it.
Yeah,
I like that. That was the other critique that I would have, right? Where
nobody dies.
So if you look at season 1, it seemed like the stakes were high. And even like the other seasons, the stakes were high because people it felt like, and I understand like creative writing, you can kind of like, they'll make characters that they're willing to like sacrifice to keep up the illusion that the main characters can die. I get all that. But the point is, at least it felt like things were dangerous. In the last season, you had a girl that was like $125 with a semi-automatic weapon fighting a giant space monster and with, shooting it, and somehow that's doing something.
Yeah.
And no one dies. Like 2 people run underneath this thing. They're not even really injured or anything. It was barely an inconvenience, like you ever seen those pitch movies, those skits on YouTube where the guy's like pitching new videos.
Yeah,
pitch
I
meeting. Like,
he did
how are they going to get out of this one? How are they going to get out of this one? Oh, actually, it's not even a problem. Barely an inconvenience, and that's what it felt like the entire. Super easy. It felt like the entire last season was that. But yeah, there needed to be some sort of stakes because even the last part where it was like she was supposed to die, it was like, oh no, psych, just kidding. It was all an illusion. She's actually happy. She's like hanging out in like Norway or something. I don't know.
Looked like South America to me, but
yeah, I don't know.
But it was like we're leaving it up to interpretation. So maybe she did die. But even the sacrifice felt kind of like unnecessary. Like, I mean, I guess her thing was like they're going to keep tracking me down. They're going to do experiments like the experiments they did on me. They're going to make more of me. So I might as well take away their theoretical model. So they would have to go back to the drawing board and they wouldn't have anything like me to compare to study and make more of me. I don't know. I'm thinking that's what she was saying, and that's why she had to off herself. But yeah, I like my ending a lot better. I think it actually had some finality to it, even if it. I mean, here's the thing.
You just want to kill the Skittles person, you very hateful Christian. I can't believe you would even say that.
You came up with your own fan fiction there. That was not what I was getting at. It has to do with the characters, the stakes, and the fact that now I would say people might complain and say, well, the whole point was to save Will because Will's been like the victim this whole time. And it's like, maybe, but there has to be a cost. If there's no cost at the end of your journey, it's almost like the journey may as well have never happened. I mean, at least Boromir dies in like Lord of the Rings or something like that.
He does.
The Fellowship breaks up. Gandalf dies.
Boromir dies.
He comes back.
And in their universe, divine intervention, right? Like,
yeah,
it's
probably. I'm not a
Lord of the
Rings.
Okay, well let me just nerd out. Let me just nerd out on you for a moment here, okay? All right.
He's supposed to be the Christ figure, right?
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could make the correlation, but in the lore of Lord of the Rings, the grand creator, the one who's like the god who created everything, he only interferes in the mortal realm twice. He brings Gandalf back, and he trips Gollum at the end to make him fall into the lava. That's it. That's the only two things he actually intervenes in. Because you have to understand, like, so lore-wise, Gandalf, the creature that he is, he's actually the same creature as a Balrog. That's why he was able to fight it and kill it, because he was the only one that could stand up to it. So Gandalf is kind of like this, it's like an angel figure, right? Sent to kind of help the mortals, but not interfere too much. That's why he's like, he's basically nerfing himself through the entire like book. Like, he's not actually like going all out. Like, he's very restrained. And that's why it feels like in the book and like even in the movies, it's like he shows up and he's supposed to be like this crazy wizard. It's like he just shines some light in like the orc's eyes, you know, or things like that. He doesn't actually, he doesn't stand on top of the mountaintop and just like hurl a giant fireball to like wipe them all out like he could. You know, it's very restrained. So anyway, that's the lore of Lord of the Rings, or at least part of it. Yeah. That was the reason. Yeah.
But Vara, we were talking about Stranger Things, not Star Wars.
Well, we did touch on Luke Skywalker potentially rolling Darth Vader over and letting him down one last time before he dies by telling him he's a Skittles person. We did mention that. Yeah, that would that would be the new version of Star Wars if it came out today. That would be the new version.
Well, today, you know, Luke would be upset if somebody wasn't the Skittles person. That's how they're writing it now.
That's right. He would be super offended that you're not all Skittles all the time. I don't need any of this nonsense. Ooh, Scorching Ray. I might want that, actually. It's kind of cool. You could have my dead fish.
Oh, thanks.
Eggs. Yeah, that's what I'm giving this guy.
Dead fish and
eggs. Did I tell you that? I always think it's funny to think of like NPC shopkeepers in RPGs like as real people. It's like the hero shows up. It's like, can you have this? I found this fungus. Can you give me a gold piece for it? He's like, God, get out of my shop.
Only in video games.
Could you imagine? Fine.
Right,
just give it to me and get out of my shop. You're like,
imagine like a Fable or Morrowind nerd getting transported back to medieval times and thinking that people are just going to like trade him a mushroom for golden plate armor or something.
Yeah. It's perfectly reasonable if you think about it.
but only if you think about it.
Well, if you think about it. That reminds me. Are you familiar with Confluence's panel?
Yeah, what's the vibe of that? I mean, I look at it and it's like chaotic in a way that maybe I don't know if I'm suited for that particular one.
I think you do good on there because the religion thing comes up quite a bit.
Yeah, I've noticed, but it's in the context of a majoritarian atheistic sort of thing, right?
Well, Khan is a Christian, so he's usually defending. Yeah, he's usually defending it to some degree. But you have other people on there that, yes, they do come on and argue whatever they're going to argue.
Okay, I had no idea. Yeah. I knew Confluence and Emmett were friends.
Yeah. Or at least frenemies.
Did something happen?
No, they're fine. I'm just, like, Emmett's always coming on there and giving him shit. But that's kind of, Emmett's MO.
Emmett.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that his intro, he took the Pokemon approach to his intro. That was pretty cool.
That's funny. I never took it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like they are, speaking of which, the Mega Bloodbath is advertising right now for Eli Nix versus T-Jump.
T-Jump, okay.
Yeah.
Might have to check that out. I'm not familiar with who T-Jump is.
So, funny story. I told Eli that one time I ran into T-Jump at a Jimmy John's, and we were talking.
Oh.
And yeah, I stopped, and I looked, and I was like, and I think he could tell I knew who he was, and then so we just started talking. And I said, okay, so I haven't seen your debates against Precept, but I know you've done them because I've seen the names of the videos. What's your approach? And he told me, and he'd been debating for a long time. And he told, so when he told me that he attacked it on circularity, I was like, oh, okay. So we just got right into it basically at that point. And it was a very, very fast back and forth exchange, very rapid fire back and forth between the two of us. And it was cordial, which is the way I like it. I mean, but for example, when he talked about the circularity thing, I give the illustration that I give to most people, which is if you took a piece of paper and you wrote X as in like a variable on it, and X represents the foundation of truth, whatever your worldview is, and then start drawing an arrow starting from the X and then circling back inward back to the X, and you point that arrow beginning from the X to the X. Yes, that's circularity. But if it represents the foundation of reality, it's not viciously circular. It's still logically valid. So the foundation of reality must necessarily be self-justifying. So to tell me that circularity is a defeater does not work for no matter what your worldview is. You have to believe there's a foundation of reality because there are different aspects of reality that harmonize together. Like moral reality, logical reality, material reality, time, just concepts, all those sorts of things harmonize in one world, which have nothing ostensibly to do with each other unless the foundation of reality is personal and all-powerful, which would necessarily be able to combine all those things in a way that is compatible. If we talked about you and I have gone over a Greg Bahnsen versus Gordon Stein debate. If you watch any of Greg Bahnsen's lectures, which he has online, I'm still trying to find one he did where I based him off my religion speed run. He just did like one worldview after the other, after the other, after the other. It was very helpful. I just can't find it right now. But, yeah, those sorts of things have been very helpful in sorting out and always kind of having a bounce back, no matter who I'm talking to at some point. I mean, I still want to have like as much humility as I can in it because there are arguments and forms of logic that vast studies of philosophy and the equations I don't know. I just try and keep in a manageable corner that is transcendental, that is exclusive to Christianity. And that's why I mean, that's part of the reason also, being Protestant, I take a different approach where I put the Bible on the table to characterize things that the God the Bible has that theoretical God might not. So for example, if people talk about the problem of evil, and I'll bring up Revelation 13:8, where it says, the Lamb of God who is slain before the foundation of the world. So when people say, well, you know, evil's a problem for you because if he's all knowing and he's all good and he's all powerful, why didn't he stop it? Why did we have the evil? And it's like, well, because God incorporates that into part of his plan. Genesis 50:20 says what you meant for evil, God meant for good. So he uses the free will actions of those you know, that he had foreordained to happen in that way to have his plans succeed and to even display many different parts of his attributes, such as his wrath against sin, such as his love, such as his mercy. That otherwise it's hard to conceive how those things would be on display without the fall of man.
Well, so let's see. This is an interesting app. Vara says I can use it for video chat with my comrades while that WhatsApp is banned. Okay. Looks like Vara is backstage.
Sure.
You want to have a chat with him?
Bring him
All
up.
right, Vara, Vara, I'm bringing you up. Just try to avoid, like, you know, TOS things, right? Like, don't say anything that's going to get my stream banned if you don't mind.
Right. Bring him
All right,
up.
Vara, Vara, I'm bringing you up. Just try to avoid, like, you know, TOS things. Okay, you got an echo there. We can hear ourselves.
Right.
Welcome, Vara. How are you? Just try to avoid, like,
Oh, look at this.
There you go. Can you hear us?
Am I alive?
You're alive.
Yes,
I
you're
can
alive.
hear you. Can you hear
You're
me?
alive.
Yep.
I can hear you, yes.
Oh, nice. Oh, you know,
So what's going
WhatsApp
on?
is banned in our country, so we can use we can use that app for video chat. I should recommend this app for my friends.
StreamYards?
Yes, why not? Well, it's
Yeah.
it's working only with VPN.
Gotcha. Okay.
You stole the sun from us. Give it back. We had it last.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like right over there.
Yeah.
It's definitely very dark. over here where I'm
Yeah.
at.
We have oh shit! Someone is calling. Sorry.
Put him on.
Okay.
Am I back?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah. So, Moya, are you going to do Duigar Greenforge?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to the Green Forge. I'm trying to complete this one quest right now, though, to forge this weapon, and I just realized that I don't have a dagger with me, so I'm gonna have to go somewhere else real quick.
Susur Dagger.
Yeah, I need to get a dagger. That's probably what I'm gonna get. I think this guy has a dagger I can buy.
You know, I did it once, but I didn't found it any useful. It's just a simple dagger, nothing special.
Yeah, no, it's actually not that great. I'll be honest. I'm only doing this for the XP.
Ah, so forging that dagger is giving you XP, right?
Yep. Yep, gonna complete the quest.
Is this one of those games people can do multiplayer? Like they just link up and they can be on the same quest?
Yeah, you could, like, if you wanted to play like a custom character, you could do that, or I can you can control one of the characters that I have. Okay, great. Six to 9. It is a +1.
Vara, did you see Stranger Things?
What things?
Stranger Things. It's a show on Netflix, very popular.
No, we don't have a Netflix here.
They do have a storyline on Russia, so there's that. That's about the Cold War in the 80s.
Netflix, it's kind of a cinema serials or whatever it is. I remember I saw Mandalorian on Netflix.
Oh, well, Mandalorian would be on Disney Plus.
No.
They have Mandalorian on Netflix in Russia? Interesting. I thought you said they didn't have
No,
Netflix.
actually, no. I just saw it on internet before we was banned. You know, many things are banned in Russian. It's restricted. Yes, we can't use WhatsApp. We can't use YouTube without VPN. So many stuff are restricted now.
Is that like a new thing that they're doing over there, or has it always been that way?
No, it's new since the war on Ukraine.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the war on Ukraine?
Can you say your thoughts on the war in Ukraine?
Well,
Can you say? Yeah, don't out yourself or anything.
Tell you what, how do you like Fruit Loops? You think Fruit Loops is a good? We'll talk about something you know. Oh. Talk about
I
something
don't know
that's
what's
not gonna.
I was just curious
Oh, no.
on the geopolitical, but we don't need to get you out or anything.
What did I do, Mo? Fruit Loops are banned in Russia ever since the war. No, I'm kidding. No. Yeah. I as much as we would love to pick your brain about those thoughts, we also don't want to get you in trouble because I like watching tennis. I have I was wearing my U.S. Open cap earlier. And I've seen Andrei Rublev play from time to time, and he was definitely very vocal against the war. Which has nothing to do with you. But I don't know about Daniil Medvedev, but Andrei Rublev was very open and vocal about that on the ATP tour.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, do you play tennis?
No, I don't play.
Okay. Do you play chess?
What? Wait. What is Thanos? What is Thanos? You mean that Marvel guy?
Tennis.
Thanos
from
Marvel. I do not remember what's
That's
that?
That's Thanos. It's Thanos.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about like you have a ball and you have two rackets and you hit over a net. Tennis.
Tennis. No. I don't play it.
Okay, yeah. But are you familiar with Daniil Medvedev or Andrei Rublev?
No, I'm not familiar with them.
Okay, yeah. I'm a big tennis fan. I'm sure he is familiar with Maria Sharapova, at least.
No, I'm not familiar with that, guys.
Okay, that's fine. So you are definitely familiar with this video game, though, which is this how you came across Mo Rebuttal? Was him playing this game?
Look, wait a minute. Wait a sec.
Maybe he can't understand me. What do you think, Mo?
No. I understand you. I'm familiar with this game. You mean Baldur's Gate game?
Yeah.
No, I'm familiar with this since December. Something wrong with my internet connection.
Seems pretty smooth to me.
Yeah, we can hear you pretty smoothly, actually.
So it's nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. So is there any indications that, like, kind of in the future things will not be as banned over there, or like you got a lot of things that are banned right now because of the war?
I guess. Wait a sec. I
Also,
guess.
why are you guys so good at chess
YouTube,
and wrestling?
WhatsApp, and all that kind of things are not going back to Russia. I think we move into like North Korea, and that is very scared me.
Oh, I thought you were in Russia. Now
Everything
you're not
will be
currently
banned, and nothing is going back.
What he's saying is it's going to become North Korea. He thinks it's going to become
Oh, I see.
Sort of a pre-war Russia again.
Mm.
Yeah, and at
That's
this
not
point
good.
you don't even have
Again, please, again.
well, what you were saying, you compared it to the future to North Korea. So what you're saying is it's going in backward in a more authoritarian direction. Well, have you thought?
I'm not sure I understand, but I can say.
Oh well, I think I'm proving to be hard to understand. So I don't want to. Maybe I shouldn't speak. Maybe Mo is better at talking than I am.
I'm not really sure. I mean, that's what I took from it. That's what it sounded like he was saying, that things are kind of degrading to the point of reflecting North Korean type dictatorship.
Yeah, you get it right. But it's not degrading. But it's coming like. Well, you're all familiar with politics in North Korea, right?
Yes.
They live like in prison.
It's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a prison
Yeah.
cult. It's an open air prison cult.
It's a fucking hell. It's not a cult. It's a fucking hell, I tell you. Oh, I'm sorry, Moy, for
No,
I
you're fine.
forgot about stream.
No,
so,
yeah, you're fine. It's not flagged for kids
so,
anyway, so you're all right.
I
You're
think
fine.
we go. Okay. So I think we're gonna wait some 10 or maybe 20 years, and we all be in kind of a shit like North Korea have today.
Are you gonna try and come to America or go to like Britain or Spain or something like that?
So, as if you ask me, I think we need to get out from this country. Huh?
Get out from what?
Get out from what? Yeah.
Again.
You said
Can
you
you
were going to
repeat?
get out from. Yeah, you said you were going to get out from something. What? Get out from what?
Get out from this country.
This country.
From this country. Okay, gotcha.
First of all, I said from Wisconsin.
There is nothing good awaiting us here. Nothing good for us here.
Yeah, you were in chat the other day, and you brought up an interesting point. You were making the point that apparently Russia gets everything from the West like 10 to 15 years later, including like technology and social things as well.
I told you that before. Yes, 2 days ago, I think.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept because I hadn't heard that about Russia, but I had heard that about other places like I don't know, I think like India and things like that, where they get things like in a delayed culturally and technology wise from the West.
Yes. Yes, we're getting things. We always getting things from west, both good and bad. It's always coming from west to east, with a delay of 5 or maybe 10 years. Both technologies and other stuff like feminism and all that kind of a bullshit.
Yeah. Not my fault, but we'll say on behalf of the West,
Yeah.
Sorry about
My
that.
bad. Yeah. My bad.
But yeah.
But at least you got some iPhones, right?
Who needs a future for your country if you have iPhones to play on?
Yeah. Just because you have feminism wrecking everything and turn it into a hellscape, at least you can do it with cool cat memes.
Look, you don't need a traditional family as long as you can play Angry Birds, right?
It's true.
Oh,
Who needs that?
Never used iPhone really, only Android.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. I'm not an iPhone. I'm not an iPhone fan, but apparently a lot of people are. They like it.
I don't think why everybody wants that iPhone. For what? All functions you have on iPhone, you have on Android.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the cool little like Fisher Price icons that you can press and stuff, And you don't get to pay. You don't get the privilege of paying $1,200
Fisher Price
for the
icons.
phone.
Does he know what Fisher Price is?
I don't know. You know?
No,
have you heard of Fisher Price?
No, I don't think.
So Fisher Price is like this kid, like toddler style. Yeah, it's like toddler style. Like
it's toys that are supposed to represent like real life stuff, but they're they're made in really light plastic in sort of a kiddish way. So that's in America, at least we have that. That's called Fisher Price.
Yeah, at least we have that. Yeah.
Well, I don't think I get it, but I need to try it Google on that.
Yeah, let me. I don't know why I can't click this. Let's see. So, here you go. I'll show you. We can actually look at some stuff here. Like, since I'm doing this, we can. Oh goodness, wait. I didn't mean to do that.
What are we looking at today?
Remove that. Here. I'll show you. I'll show you what Fisher Price looks like. Here we go. Give you some context. Give you some context for. Okay, why is it doing that? See, this is a Fisher Price phone. See, it's like a toy phone. Like it's made for children. Yeah, there's like the pretend buttons. Yeah,
it's just a toy.
Yeah.
You could say it. This is just a toy.
Yeah, it's a toy. Yeah, it's like a toy. Yeah, but it looks. That's the joke. It's a. Yeah. But you can pay $1,200 for it. Why not? Let's see, what else are we Here we go. What let me find something here. All right, Reexam, I want your take on this, all right?
What are we looking at?
Let me make this. So this is a clip where they're talking about kind of like Mars and the videotapes we see.
Oh, it's going to be Neil deGrasse Tyson. Mars is a red planet, and it is red because of the oxidization of the atmosphere mixed with the soil.
No, nothing like that. Here, let's see. It's gonna
something
be,
way worse.
Yeah. Here we go. Actually,
We're
can you
going to
even hear
Mars.
this? I don't even know if you can hear this.
I might
Let me
need to get a better
stop
shirt.
this.
This
Get a
is
better
my-
shirt.
Dude, I was, this is the shirt I throw on when I'm just like, just got off work.
All right,
and
tell
I'm
me
like,
what you think about this. Mars and Canada.
Yes! 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 Finally, I'm teaching you, young sensei. You are
Young
learning.
sensei?
Look.
That's
can
not
you
how that
watch
works.
the screen? Watch it.
See, they found
There's
this
a place
thing in
called Devon
Canada.
Island. And you'll see
Right.
that's NASA. This is all out in the open. This is where they quote unquote test their Mars rover. It's in a very remote, so isolated that you cannot even get there because there's no roads.
So then this
And
is
that's
the
Devon
Mars
Island.
footage, and then this
And
is
that's apparently
Island,
oh, come on, dude.
This is real.
and they're
This is
saying
real.
that
This happened the first time we met.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing, man?
Yeah. Well, I think
it's just all photographed in
Yeah.
Canada. It's all fake.
I think Alex Stein is a nut, and that's.
Oh, okay. Now wait a minute. Let's not engage in fallacies here. Just because he's
Okay,
a nut doesn't mean
stop.
the argumentation.
Okay,
is
let's also
not
not engage in the
valid.
interruption before you finish a thought fallacy. So, I think in general, I don't like him. I don't like his presentation. He really profoundly annoys me. Now that I got that out of the way, I just don't take him to be a credible person. I would need to do research on my own to see legitimacy of this. I do think we have probes on Mars. I don't think there's any good reason to believe that we don't. I don't any of this stuff where it's like where people are lying about the shape of the Earth and people are lying about this and lying about that. It's like, for hundreds of years we've tracked these planets and we've used math to find their rotation and find their placement, and we have reliable charters of their orbital behavior and all this kind of stuff. If it's like that. Yeah. Anyway, so I think my initial belief, without being a astronomer myself, is that it's bunk and it's silly, and I think that he is a silly person. Speaking of Alex Stein, though, he did debate T-Jump on whether or not we landed on the moon.
Bring it back to T-Jump.
Bring it back to T-Jump, where he did debate him on whether or not we landed on the moon, and it's one of the most wild debates I've ever seen.
I haven't seen that debate, but going back to the previous statement, two things can be true, right? Like, yeah, we can grant, like, obviously I think Mars is real, right? I think all the like bodies and planets and stuff. I mean, you can go down to like Walmart and buy like a telescope, and like on certain nights you can see like all these different planets, right? So let's just assume that that's a given. But whether they're photographing it somewhere on Earth telescope versus having something there is a different argument, though. You would agree, right?
Yeah, I agree that it is within the realm of possibility that you have people just faking stuff when they don't.
whether they're
I'm hearing two mo's. I'm outnumbered.
Yeah,
this is not fair. Two mo's are better than one.
Oh, I'm just gonna mute you for a second, Vera. You got some feedback coming through. Sorry, continue.
Yes, while it is in the realm of possibility that they're like, oh, we can't actually get in planets. Why? The government wants to know why they're still paying us. I know. We'll go to Canada and we'll pretend it's Mars. And then we're going to do that. Yeah, okay. I guess that's in the realm of physical possibility that would happen, but I don't believe that for a second.
Okay. All right. It's okay. We'll convince you eventually. We'll get the evidence. We'll find
Mo.
The
is that
gun.
where you're at? Where it's like, it's all in the sound state. Okay, we have an actual Russian here, and I think the Russians themselves believe that we landed on the moon. Otherwise, why wouldn't they say something? I mean, they were the ones to put Sputnik in space first before we even got up there as high as Sputnik.
It's true. That's very true. Actually, let's ask him. Let me unmute him. Okay. We can hear ourselves, Varus. I don't know if you can like do something about that, but we hear ourselves talking through your mic.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Do you think the United States landed on the moon?
We think the same as you. Well, not of all Americans believe that you landed on moon, right? We think the same thing. Not all of it. Not all of Russians agree with that.
Okay. So it's possibly it was like just a propaganda situation.
Yes, it is possible
Okay.
because
But
nobody landed
what do
on the
you-
moon after you. So something is wrong here, right?
Well, did
So-
India
so-
land on the moon recently, though? On the southern tip, did they send a probe there? They might not have put people on there, but didn't they send a probe to the southern tip of the moon?
Did you see the video from that?
No, I didn't.
You want to see? Okay, you want to see the India? What they here? Let me find it for you. Here,
Is it
I'll
like
find it for you.
is it somebody with a flip book with like an
No.
like this is supposed to be a probe, and then it's like somebody's stick figure drawing of something landing on various craters.
No, this is legit. This is actual what they presented as their evidence for landing on the moon. Okay? I'm not bullshitting you. This is what they.
Is it a Christmas card that says "Merry Christmas" signed the moon?
No. Like, here we go. This is what they presented. This is it.
We are nearing and approaching the lunar surface.
Wait, what?
We were hovering and now we are approaching the moon's surface.
The moon surface? Hold on a second. Is this a moon landing or a demo of the new Galaga? I'm not quite sure I'm understanding the premise.
Okay, so they added all this. I don't know. Like this isn't fair. Let's just move forward. Like let's see more footage of it. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Questions?
It is the world's first to land on the moon's south pole. This is a fact.
Oh, is it?
So that's their footage, man. There you go. There you go.
I think that's just a simulated animation of the proximity.
Of course it is, but still, like they're presenting it like here. This is our proof. I feel like that's a bit like, okay, come on, like you could strap a camera to it or something, or I don't know.
I'm glad to
anything.
see that India has finally found a way to use their Atari systems they had lying around.
So yeah, there you go. That's the latest moon landings from India. I don't know, man. Look, I don't know. Look, man, look, I don't know. Okay, I'm just asking questions. I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at.
You know, is Bill Clinton a reptilian? I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
Well, hey, no, like, come on, that's a little ridiculous. I would say. I don't think he's reptilian.
I
don't
just
think so.
Yeah, I tend to think that we landed on the moon until I don't know. That's where I'm at. I let's put it this way. Most of the people I run into that are moon landing skeptics are skeptics of a whole host of other things that they shouldn't be so incredulous about. You know what I'm saying? There's like a credibility. Now, I'm not saying that is a type case, but for example, like you take. You take even like the Bible, right? And there will be people who will be Christians or professing Christians, and they're obsessed with the Nephilim, and they get into like all this weird stuff about things that are obscure. And we're not supposed to get caught up in what the Bible calls like old wives' tales or Jewish fables or speculations and genealogies because they produce strife, right? So there are even things that are based on truth that we don't have enough information about to base a whole lot on that have spiritual danger to them or associated with them. And I'm not saying like you can't look into the moon landing or it's sin or anything like that. I'm just looking at the patterns that I see, and I'm just like, I'm going to focus on the things that I know to be concrete because I didn't land on the moon. I can't tell you what a moon rock is made out of.
Right.
But
that's actually funny you bring that up because
here we go.
It has been proven that there was a piece of moon like rock that NASA gave another country or whatever, and they got it tested and it was like petrified tree bark.
Yeah,
that was I did look that up and it was a real thing.
I think that made an appearance in the debate between T-Jump and Alex Stein, and I think there were other instances where we did have moon rocks that were examined in a lab or given to other people.
Yeah.
And that, like, for example, you talk to an evolutionist and they talk about Piltdown Man. Are you familiar with Piltdown Man?
No, but just real quick before we get off track, I'll grant that, right? Like, let's say like some of them are real, at least as far as like they're claiming it's real, whatever the metric they use. But the fact still remains that that one was fake.
That's fine. I can live with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, you had a further point.
But I tend to think there are other. Again, I haven't looked into it, personally, but I tend to think there are other instances where we have moon rocks that have been taken, sampled, examined, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mo, would you consider yourself a space skeptic?
I would consider myself someone who deeply distrusts his government.
Well, so do I, but that doesn't mean that. I think we would put different limits on the kinds of things they might lie about. Because I just think of how.
Well, can you give me an example? Like, just curious what you mean by that.
Like, if they told people 15 days to slow the spread, or something like that, or shelter in place, and it's
That's
like,
a good one. Yeah.
If you really thought it took 15 days, sheltering in place is going to either take much longer than that, or we don't actually need to do this kind of stuff. But in terms of like, guys, we have to tell people we landed on the moon. Why? Well, because Russia. And here's the thing. If the threat for Russia in space wasn't real, then why did we have to do all that? If Sputnik wasn't actually a shot across the bow, then,
No, I think
there's got to be
was
some space travel that was actually accomplished for us to spend all that time and money and talk about it. And same thing for Russia, because otherwise we're just both doing like shadow puppets.
Where did Sputnik only like went into like low orbit though, didn't it? Let's see. Sputnik. I'm curious now. I actually don't know the answer to this. Can't spell. Did it go? Let's see. Yeah, Sputnik, the first artificial satellite launched by the Soviet Union, right? So it was a satellite. It went around the Earth. So, that's a different achievement than going to another, like the moon or something like that, right? But I think if you look at the context of the history, right, the U.S. represented this like, freedoms and all this other stuff, and then they were technologically being outclassed by another ideology that they made out to be like this, I mean, arguably, I would say it is, but the point is, like, they were like, how can these guys do this when they don't have the freedoms of America and things like that, right? And so there was actually an emphasis on beating them to the moon.
Yeah,
like from an
you can argue there's an
ideological
incentive, but I mean,
right?
Is that still here today? And then we're just like we're faking all of these trips to Mars, and the scientific community we're taking samples, and all these samples are fake, and then we're sending it around the world, and the scientists just believe them around the world, and just because NASA says so. Like they're not finding any incongruencies or inconsistencies in fake data. Like, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like the benefits that we would get from it are minimal, because like how many people are even paying attention to that anyway? People are paying attention to wanting to know where the Epstein files are. They're not looking for like, hey, are the magnetic pole readings from Jupiter really accurate or feasible as a model. I don't, it just seems like a whole lot of money spent on rocket. I mean, look at Elon Musk.
65 million, 65 million, I think.
I mean, look at Elon
NASA.
Musk. Elon Musk is not a dumb guy. He is talking about sending rockets to Mars. He's talking about and he's willing to put actual money on it. He's made rockets that don't jettison their jet fuel tanks off the side of them, which is something that's amazing. It's like finally, you're not sending these huge things right down to the surface. And so he's willing to put actual skin in the game. And if he thought that space was unachievable for people, then it's hard to look at how much he's investing and amping up stuff. I've not heard him amp up stuff that he didn't believe in and want to follow through with. Even like Doge, which he says is being counteracted by Trump's policies. He believed in Doge enough to do it, and he complains enough now about how Trump is handling things so as to undo what the mission of Doge was. So I tend to think Elon Musk, no matter what you think about him, he's not a guy who's got the wool over his eyes about what is real or not in space travel.
Yeah, I could see that argument where you would have someone like Elon, assuming that
he doesn't trust
people
the
like
government either.
him. Yeah, he would if he came face to face with something like that, he might be a potential whistleblower. But yeah, actually, I looked it up. I was wrong. It's 24.4 billion that NASA gets yearly. But so the argument would be that there's so many people with their hands in the pot that sooner, like someone would say something. Is kind of like your argument, right?
Unless we want to say that the entire scientific community is in on it, or it's just so the narrative is so tightly wound and so mathematically precise that it would necessarily fool everybody, up to the point where Elon Musk is in on it and he's compromised, even though he's willing to, go against the current president and say all these things. I mean, for example, like, I don't really think that Elon Musk believes that we haven't or cannot achieve space travel. I think he might have said something. As many things he said that are hot takes, I don't think that's one that people haven't heard before, and so if he believed that it wasn't possible, he would. It seems like he'd be the kind of person to say something like that.
I can see that. I guess if I want to give like a rebuttal to play kind of the
screen name
advocate here, is it the current scientific community all in unison with the evolutionary understanding?
Yeah. So obviously, here's the thing. Obviously, as a Christian, you can tell why evolution would be wrong on multiple scales, because you can say, okay, even Alex O'Connor talks about how there is a problem of degrees when it comes to moral capacity, being a moral agent. When does that actually come in through the species? That's one approach I would take with that, because it makes a statement about our anthropology on a fundamental level that you can look at and say something's wrong here. And I'd have to look it up, but I think there was even a conference between evolutionists that we definitely have a problem with our theory, but they just didn't want to abandon it.
Yeah.
But as far
as all the most, just not to interject too much, but all the most convincing arguments against evolution that I've seen didn't actually go into theology. Like, it was very much critiquing the methods and what they consider to be facts and how they come to it and what their presuppositions on their arguments.
Yeah,
that's the most convincing.
It all cruxes on similarity means lineage, and that's just not. It doesn't follow. So that's what most of evolution cruxes on, is similarity arranged in such a way to lead the witness. Means that there was a lineage from a single cell organism billions of years ago. And, it's a whole lot of shroud and smoke and mirrors. But I just don't see the kind of power. I mean, especially like flat earthers, like, I don't see the kind of power that you would get from telling people we landed on the moon or we're at Mars. It's like, is that supposed to keep the social order? Nobody cares about that stuff. They care about the economy. You know, they don't they don't care whether or not we landed on a planet or sent the probe. It's like nerd.
Yeah, I
That's
get
most people. So
I get that. Yeah,
the government's not going to spend billions of dollars to like send up another Challenger and blow up people in the middle of the sky just so they can maintain the narrative that we sent Jupiter 8 out to Pluto so we could take these really grainy pictures of a rock that is nondescript and lifeless.
There's actually. This is gonna sound crazy, but there's actually I've seen some like I would call it evidence or like documentation that kind of suggests that the Challenger blow up, like those people actually didn't die. Like they found people that look exactly like them, right? I'm not saying it's 100%, but they like found people. They found people who matched this. They look just like them. They're older. They traced, when they kind of, anyway, like I've seen some stuff that's like, oh, that's kind of weird and interesting, but
hey, Chuck, I thought you blew up on the Challenger. Oh no,
like, no, it's fine. I got better.
Actor. Yeah,
I got better. Well, this guy here, this Italian guy,
between jobs, and the government's like, hey, we want to make ourselves look bad by blowing up a rocket as if we don't know what we're doing. Hey, that's great. That's going to keep the social order, and they're going to keep trusting us. Cool. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Okay, I see. Maybe this Italian dad can convince you with his arguments. These are arguments that he's going to bring.
I've seen that video already.
It was fucking bullshit because everyone's telling you I was fucking wrong.
Showed me.
Yeah. So fucking explain to me. Here you go. The guy's getting off the rocket ship. Who the fuck is filming him?
Yeah, okay. First point, guy getting off the rocket ship. Who's filming him, Rex? Who's what would be your rebuttal to this? Who's filming him getting off the rocket ship?
The camera on the rocket ship.
The camera's not attached to the rocket ship.
How do you know?
Look at the angle.
Could be a fisheye lens. You don't know that.
Okay. All right. Let's see his next point then.
A guy?
How'd the fucking guy get up there if this is the first guy supposed to be on the fucking moon? A different rocket ship?
I don't know.
So they sent the rocket ship up there. He got off and he's like, all right, come on up now. I'm ready to fucking film. Are you fucking serious?
Rocket ship?
He's supposed to be the first guy on the moon. It's bullshit. The car. How the fuck did the
Okay, yeah, the car
fit in that rocket ship?
Rex, how did the car fit in the rocket ship?
It didn't fit in the rocket ship. It was affixed on the outside, just like the camera.
Okay. All right. Okay, I see how it is.
Look, how did that car fit in the rocket ship?
I don't know.
Okay, right. More bullshit. Then the guy's floating around with a big fucking cord through his stomach, and they're telling you that's his fucking, life support. What's it give? Was it fucking feeding him through the fucking tube like a big...
Okay, that point, I'll admit, that's a bit of a weak point. That's a weak argument, but, they can't all be bangers.
Okay, question. Do you believe in the International Space Station?
The internet, well... Yeah, that's like low orbit though, right? Or it's like high orbit, or it's right on. It's not far out into space, right?
I'm just exploring your credulity here. That's all. Because I don't trust the government. There's no limiting principle in that statement alone. Because I'm not accusing you of anything, but somebody could say, "I don't trust the government," ergo reptilians, right? Now. That would be.
That's a bit of a leap there, sir.
I just said I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying,
all I'm doing is to point out that there needs. I think there should be a limiting principle in like how far it goes, and I just don't see. Unless you're going to say that NASA.
No, I wasn't saying you're accusing me or anything. To be clear, I was just meaning. I meant what I meant by that is that. To go from like take me out of it. Someone says I don't really trust the government, therefore lizard people. I think that's a bit of a jump.
Dude, do you know the kind of people I've met in my life? I've met some weird people in my life.
Yeah, I've met Melvin. I understand, but doesn't mean I'm going to use it. Melvin is a trainee. I don't know if I can say that, but yeah, there's training.
It's a transmission. All right, so
transmission. Transmission, yes.
Right.
I'm talking about cars.
Talking about cars. Susan Wojcicki, look away. No, but Where was I?
I don't know. I derailed talking about transmissions.
I was on a panel recently where there was an Odinist on here. Everything.
Oh, I saw that guy, by the way. I know who you're talking about.
Baldur.
Yeah, I've met him before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever agreed with him on any take he's ever had. But yeah, I know who you're talking about.
That's amazing. Like, you think Odin, you would think like Chad Guy, and then you'd think Mo is like, you're gonna have some Chad Guy takes. You think there'd be some overlap, and there's the fact that there's none is just wild. But
yeah, he looks like, you ever seen Vikings? The show?
No, but he does fit the imagination of what a Viking might look like if the Viking discovered the computer and just started.
Yeah. He looks like a feeble version of Loki character on there. Loki was already like really gangly and like lanky and like thin.
Gangly Loki.
Yeah. But anyway, okay. Let's see if he has any better arguments. Let's see.
Bouncing around like a fucking jerk off. Yeah, watch. Let me show you. There it goes. Bye bye. You know what? I'm gonna stay behind. You guys go back to Earth. I'll fucking die up here.
Okay, so he's saying there's a video of like the thing. So who's recording it? Why leaves?
Yeah, I don't have an answer.
Okay, all right.
I'm not saying there isn't one.
We finally found unrebuttable claim by this guy.
You want to talk about non sequiturs, unrebuttable, because some guy who hasn't looked into it doesn't have an answer. Sir, you on the street.
Whoa.
You look like some.
How do you know he hasn't looked into it? Maybe this guy's an expert.
I'm talking about me.
Oh.
I'm talking about me.
Oh, you. Okay,
like,
got you.
I'm just having this chill stream and we're like, here's a mind flare. By the way, Patrick, what do you know about astronomy? Nothing. Well, here's this video. Shove that right down your throat.
Justify all your world beliefs based on this.
All right. You don't trust the government, do you? You're not one of those people.
You know, one of those nerds that trust the government, do you?
Dork.
All right.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I guess the argument remains.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Debatable.
I've got a tweet that I retweeted from that. Un momento, por favor. Why am I up so late? I'm so.
I don't know.
Gosh. All right.
I need to rename my stream. This is now the 5 o'clock news.
Now it's Moon Rebuttal. That's what we're gonna call it now.
And this is 5 o'clock news segment. That's what we're gonna do. 5 o'clock news segment. There we go.
All right, Mo. So here's a split the baby kind of thing. The moon landing was real, but the footage was fake. What do you think of that?
Wait, what?
The moon landing was real, but the footage was fake. Like the moon landing actually occurred, but but what if the film was propaganda?
So they filmed it. It was real, but they didn't have like.
Let's say they didn't have the technology to actually take the film as it was happening. Now I don't believe this, right? But let's say they just didn't have the technology to actually film that it was happening, but they wanted to motivate the masses and not just have a trust me, bro PR from the White House. So they decided to do the filming, but the moon landing actually happened, which explains the silence from Russia during the time, and also explains the inconsistencies in the footage. And this is something that I swiped from the comment section on Red Pill Bot, which I saw tweet this not too long ago. Let's see, the original tweet was from March 11th. So if we go down that, like, let's say we grant that. They sent someone there. It was like, let's say it was touch and go, and they were more focused on survival than and getting the guys back than getting good, clear video. And so then they went into, they went with Kubrick in Hollywood and they shot all the stuff, and then they put it out as propaganda video.
if you grant that, then that would, on its surface, present. Okay, well then, what else are they going to use propaganda-wise to lie about? Right? That would kind of open that door. Like, okay, well, that calls the question any footage.
I'm not a guy who says that the government's not going to fake things for propaganda and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, that's not the kind of I also don't trust the government, but I also oh, there's me again. Yeah,
there's Vara coming through a little bit.
Let's just
Vara,
okay, go ahead. I was just gonna say.
I was gonna bring Vara into this. Yeah, Vara, do you think that potentially the moon landing was? I mean, what do you personally think? Do you think the moon landing was faked, or do you think the moon landing was faked entirely, or do you think potentially the U.S. went to the moon and then faked the video?
No, I think it was fake entirely. Sorry about that, but this is what I think.
No, we're curious. Why do you think
I have a point, but I don't know how to explain it. Well,
is that banned?
Not one. We wasn't so advanced. We didn't have any technologies to get to the moon. Do you know about radiation and all that kind of stuff?
The radiation band? The radiation band?
When you leave the Earth, yes, when you leave the Earth from, I don't know what kind of kilometers, how much kilometers you need to leave the Earth to get to that radiation point. They wouldn't survive. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's actually one of the critiques, where there's a radiation band around the Earth known as the Van Allen radiation belts, which consist of two main bands of energetic charged particles. And there's actually footage of NASA officials talking about that and saying how they have to figure out a way to get past that in order to get back to the moon, or some sort of verbiage around that. Because the other thing, Rex, I'm sure you've heard that the NASA claimed that they lost they basically wrote over the technology at some point to get back to the moon. You hear about that?
No, I didn't.
I was talking to Rex.
Oh, no, I'm just reading. So.
Oh, okay.
This is not, science is not my forte. So.
Neither is mine. I'm just a guy on the internet that likes to poke fun and ask questions.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Again, the last debate I saw on this was between Alex Stein and T-Jump. So neither of which are experts in their field. So I would have to probably, I'd probably have to find more credible people, side by side in order to get that put together.
Does it have to be someone who is like credible as far as like scientific degree, or can someone
when I say credible, I don't mean like some guy who has a piece of paper because he went through the right hoops. What I mean is somebody who's clearly smart and educated in the particulars of this topic.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, credentials. I mean, we probably all have credentials from some institution. That doesn't mean squat, right?
Yeah, I have a basket weaving one. It's great.
Yeah. All them baskets you've been weaving.
I got it online. Yeah. From Phoenix University.
Oh yeah.
Worst 30 grand ever spent. Didn't do anything for me.
You know what? Let's grok this and let's see.
Yeah, ask Grok about the radiation belts.
Evaluate
and why NASA said we couldn't go back until they figured out a way around it.
I wonder.
And why did NASA say they lost all the data to get back to the moon? Because they basically like re-recorded over the old tapes with like friends or something. TV show.
So I added Grok saying evaluate the claims in this video. And I wonder.
Oh, the Italian guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that this should be interesting.
I don't know. Okay, I've never done that before. So I don't know if Grok takes its time getting back to me or what.
Moira, can you turn me?
Okay, looks like you're up here twice, Vara.
Twice.
I'm gonna add this one and then remove this one. There you go.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm curious what Grok has to say. Not given I'm not saying that the Italian guy had the best arguments, but I would be curious what Grok has to say on his critique.
The Italian is actually a Russian man trying to discredit the.
Yeah, he's Russian propaganda trying to discredit the supremacy of the United States.
Yeah, he went to the same acting school as the people who went in the Challenger. You know, he just went to the Russian Academy of Performing Arts. You know, to learn how to act like an Italian American.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find this Challenger explosion.
Okay.
Let's see. People.
Okay, so the lunar model, according to Grok, had a black and white TV camera mounted on the modular equipment stowage assembly on the side of the lander. While Armstrong was still on the lander inside the LM, he pulled a lanyard that swung the Mesa out and turned the camera on. It was pointed straight at the ladder and the footpad. The camera started transmitting the moment they began descending, so the entire world saw him step off the pad into the surface. The footage still exists and is the exact clip everyone knows. Two, the lunar rover is way too big and never fit on the tiny ladder. Answer, the rover was literally designed to fold up like a piece of IKEA furniture and fit into a compartment the size of a small suitcase bay on the loader module.
That's how you know it's fake. It's IKEA. That would never have worked. They would have had like 40 hours of them assembling it. There you go.
Right.
Boom.
They had to get TaskRabbit, you know.
Yeah.
It was only carried on the
Checkmate.
Apollo 15, 16, and 17, not Apollo 11. Why am I reading this at 1:33 at night? Dust settles wrong. Looks like an Earth. Okay, he didn't talk about the dust. Did he talk
Because you're
about
on
the
a
dust?
rebuttal live stream. That's why.
Oh my gosh. I do this for fun. I don't do this for research purposes. Let's see. Let's see. What about the camera being left behind? As the rocket takes off. I dropped my guitar pick.
Oh.
You know, guys, I have another question. Why didn't Armstrong and his team? Why they didn't left some mark on the moon, so we can see it from the Earth?
Well, they left the plaque. Apparently.
Flag. We can't see the flag.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't know whether they can see it or not because I've never owned a telescope, let alone a telescope powerful enough to tell me. Oh, hold up. So it says the camera Left behind filming the rocket is another classic Apollo conspiracy objection, often phrased as, if the astronauts are inside the lunar module blasting off, who's holding the camera? Did they leave a cameraman on the moon? The viral clip people usually point out that it's this dramatic.
Sorry, you have to stay here and die for this video.
You know, America.
Yeah, your sacrifice will not be in vain.
Where the camera smoothly pans and tilts following the module rising into the black sky. Here's exactly how NASA did it with zero staging and fully documented engineering. It was the lunar rover's remote controlled TV camera, not Apollo 11. This footage only exists for Apollo 15, 16, and 17 because only these missions carry the lunar roving vehicle. Apollo 11 had no rover and no surface camera footage of its own liftoff. The camera system was called the Ground Command Television Assembly, GCTA, a color TV camera mounted on a motorized pan-tilt unit on the rover. Before liftoff, the astronauts drove the rover 100 to 150 meters, roughly like a football field, away from the lunar module, parked it, aimed at the camera straight at the LM, and switched it on. Then they walked back to the module and climbed inside. No one stayed behind. The remote operation from Earth, no live watching needed. I am so hungry and tired. The camera was controlled from Mission Control in Houston by engineer Ed Fendel and his team. Because of the 0.25 second radio delay, light speed lag over 240,000 miles, they couldn't react in real time. Instead, NASA pre-calculated the exact trajectory, timing, and camera commands using math. Fendel simply sent scripts, pan, tilt, zoom commands at precise clock second intervals while watching a countdown clock, not the live picture. The rover had its own batteries and a high-gain antenna that beamed the live TV signal straight back to Earth. It was exactly the same technology used for all other moon walks. It actually took 3 tries to get it right, proof it wasn't faked. Apollo 15, the tilt motor burnt out, the camera never followed upward, and the LM flew out of frame. Apollo 16, they parked the rover too close, the timing was off, and the LM again left the picture quickly. Apollo 17, perfect parking spot plus refined calculations equals the iconic footage everyone sees today. Gene Cernan even joked about it in mission transcripts. All this is in the public record. NASA mission. How much you want me to read, guys? I'm tired. Like, you can grok yourself. I'm grok yourself out. I'm already grokked out. I just want to go to bed.
Okay.
I can read copy for hours, but I also need to sleep.
Quick side note. It's funny. Rob Noor, right? You remember that debate with Circa?
Oh gosh, where'd my pick go? I'm looking for my.
And then he,
I'm looking for my guitar pick.
After that 10-hour debate with Circa, he had that lady up. Remember that?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I saw it, and
yeah. So, you remember the syllogism?
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Yeah.
So syllogism was
funny
so-and-so likes
thing.
red, roses are red, and it's supposed to be like, therefore so-and-so likes roses.
Right,
That's
yeah.
how it's supposed to be.
But then she's like, violets are blue, right? So on Rob Noor put out a short where he's like showing this lady and her inconsistencies. And I went on there and I commented that I said, I can't believe he left out her best argument. Her syllogism structured argument clearly defeated Rob in the end. I can't believe Rob cut that out. And so obviously I'm being freaking cheeky.
Rage baiting.
But then someone's like, they're arguing, all his, some of his fans are coming after me. And then someone was like, he's trolling. I'm like, oh yeah? I was like, go watch the last syllogism before it ends. Rob gives up. You'll see. You watch it and then come back. And I think he even says, I'm done. He couldn't even defeat it. Now they're they're coming after me. I think it's funny. I'm hoping they actually go watch the syllogism. I'm just trying to get them to take in the beauty of the argument.
I think you're trying to work for the government, and so you're using your propaganda.
Yeah, maybe they'll hire me. Yeah, maybe they'll hire me. Yeah.
Hey, there's this guy named Mo Rebuttal. He's a filthy liar. I like him. Let's hire him.
No, wait a minute. I didn't lie. I quoted what Rob said, and I quoted the syllogism. And I even said he said I'm done. There's no lie in there.
Wait, you didn't lie when he said that it was a good syllogism or that she beat him or anything like that?
Well, I said he didn't have a retort. He just said I'm done. Which is factually true. All right, palate cleanser time. Let's. This is a 5 o'clock news segment. We gotta look at news, okay? This is a news segment. All right, we're gonna take in this news segment here.
Good morning. I'm Erin Myers in Monrovia. A bear attacked a woman walking her dog in this neighborhood.
Bear attacked a woman.
Now they're trying to determine if it is the same bear that lives underneath the house here behind me. All those details coming up.
Bear's right there. He's right there.
And yes, we all see that bear off to the right side. We'll get back with Aaron in just a moment. We all know California.
I see it now.
Okay, let's go back to Aaron Myers. We're going back now. Aaron, what are you seeing out there? And be careful, please.
There he is.
Hi, you guys. You
It's
can
him.
see the bear
Suspect.
actually walking into the trap or
This is like a situation where like someone's like, "There's a mass murder on the loose," and they put a description up, and then he like shows up behind him, and it's like,
You have to stare, hello, my name is mass murderer. Like,
yeah, like he's right there. There's a guy. What are you doing? Get out of there.
Nope, it was going to, but now it's walking out. We're going to step back a little bit.
Yeah, let's just hang around a little bit more.
We're told by
he's
the
already
man who
attacked one
lives
person.
here that this
I thought he had a
bear,
big blue house.
Has been here for several months, and they do believe it has
Oh.
a baby that's also living in the house.
Oh,
so it's
shoot.
walking out this way. We may get back.
Now's
in
the
far,
time to
depending on what
leave.
it does, but right now you can see it here
That's a
in the
fat
driveway.
one.
They say he usually or she usually comes out a couple times.
Yeah,
a
don't miss
day,
don't miss
and
Ginger. How
just
dare
hangs out
you?
in this neighborhood a lot, and you can see her right there going onto the grass. And they don't know. I do want to say they don't know if this was the bear that attacked the person walking. That
Allegedly,
woman did have her
we
dog
don't know.
with her. The bear swiped her leg. We're told she's going to be okay. But this is like around the 700 block of Oakglade Drive. And once again, this bear had been here for some time. Residents say they have seen it for quite
So
a
really,
while.
you're
You do
intruding
see
on
Fish and
their
Wildlife
space if
here
you think
too. They
about
are
it.
out here monitoring the situation.
Stolen
And guys,
ground.
this is the second time I've had a bear show up on live TV with me before. So pretty close, but it is walking away from us. They are
For
most
now.
likely trying to trap it. We don't know
Till he
what
gets
they will
hungry.
do with the bear or if they're going to be able to get the baby either. We haven't seen the baby with her, but the man who lives here, yeah, he tells us he has his dog here too. He doesn't let his dog in the backyard right now because of the bear. Oh, there we go. It's running into the yard because the car is coming. You can see it going up that way.
It's going to violently attack somebody,
But there
right?
are quite a few bears in this neighborhood, people say. And
I
we have
know.
seen a
I never
lot of
watched this
people
before.
walking this morning, walking their dogs. You can hike in this area. A lot of people on bikes. So we're just going to keep monitoring the situation out here. It's behind the palms up there. There you can see
Maybe
a
you
little
should
bit of
interview the
it.
bear.
But yeah, live. This is the first time we've seen it this morning. And the gentleman who lives in the home, yeah, been here for several months. First time most of the neighbors here have told us that they've ever seen a bear actually attack somebody. But we don't know the circumstances with the dog. Don't know the circumstances if the baby bear was nearby. So we are trying to get more information from Fish and Wildlife. We've reached out to their public information officers, and we've also reached out to Pasadena Humane as well to see what the plan would be for the bear if
They're
they
gonna
do
show up and
capture it.
tranquilize
So
it and
we'll send it back
throw it
to
back
you
in the
guys on
woods.
that.
So yeah, there you go.
Witnesses say it was just a little black rain cloud hovering under the honey tree.
Yep. I don't know. I feel like if I hear a bear has mauled somebody in an area, and then I go there and I see a bear, I think I'd want to leave. I wouldn't want to be near the bear that just mauled somebody.
Yeah, but you're also not a journalist, and journalists live to risk their lives for a piece of footage.
I guess that's true.
I mean,
That's true.
yeah, you've seen journalists like, tornado is literally 8 feet behind me, and their tie is like flapping in the wind, and the cameraman is like backing up ever
Wow.
so slightly. You know,
Well, I've also seen bad takes where it's like, this is super bad, everything's horrible, and then like somebody walks behind them like nonchalantly. It's like not a big deal. I've also seen that too, where they kind of stage things.
like the moon landing, right?
Like the moon landing, yeah. All right. Well, here, I'll leave you with... It's late. We're going to close out the stream. But I'll leave you with one last thing. This is a comment. I don't know if you've seen this. Trump had some representative from Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the journalist asked him, hey, why didn't you tell everybody about the attack on Iran? Right? And this is what he said. This is his his take on it. Tell me what you think about this. Look how uncomfortable she is.
Okay, I can't see anything.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Lost it.
There we go.
Why didn't you tell
This is a
us,
professional production here.
in Europe, in Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking US?
So we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? No, you believe in surprise, I think, much more so than us.
One question.
No.
This is real life. This is it. This is what. She's so uncomfortable. Like, did this dude just throw it back to Pearl Harbor? Are we over this?
It's Throwback Thursday. I'm throwing it back to Pearl Harbor. You
They're
guys
going all the way back. All the way back.
You know, if you're a better shot, you probably wouldn't have had to ram your entire planes. What a waste of
Yeah,
a plane.
yeah.
Waste
Yeah,
of
what a waste of a
planes,
plane.
waste of people. You know,
If I would have done it, it would have been way more effective. Way more effective. It would have been way more.
You put guns on the plane. Your guns can't shoot. Your guns can't aim. Why even put the guns on the plane? You know, that's probably why they called it a 0, because you have a score of 0.
And obviously this is recent because they're talking about Iran. So yeah, this.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know this.
Please tell me that's not AI. Please tell me that's real.
No, I don't. I think this is everything that I've looked up. It seems like this is actually Trump being Trump.
Oh, that is worth everything. I am, you know, I am once again vindicated for voting for that man 3 times.
Yeah, they. Why did you tell us about Pearl Harbor?
You know, we talk about how it was so lucky you got dodged by that bullet. It's like, look, that clip was the reason that Donald Trump dodged that bullet, so he could be in Japan and go to war with Iran, so that he can make that quip about Pearl Harbor to the face of the representative. That's why we put him in office. Mission accomplished.
I just love
everybody.
the way I love the way she looks at him. Like, what? I don't know. I don't know what to do with myself right now.
Yeah.
But
Japan knows about surprises. Oh my gosh.
So, but anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna get some sleep.
I think
that was fun. That is the low rebuttal stream, Baldur's Gate honor mode with the 5 o'clock news segment. Maybe we'll make it a regular thing where we look at the 5 o'clock news.
Not if I can.
There's always 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's how you gotta look at it. But any closing words, gentlemen? Other than you riffing.
Sorry, I love this thing. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mr. Vara, do you have any closing words for us from across the globe?
Well said.
Man, a few words.
Oh, wait. Can't unmute. He's muted somehow, but I can't unmute him. I don't know what that means.
It means
I don't think your mic's turned on.
It means the Kremlin's got a hold of his phone.
They're
like, oh,
well, stay safe.
Good thing he doesn't have an iPhone. Otherwise, we can't hack into that one. We give him all Androids out there.
Stay safe, Var. Don't let him track you. My closing words is the moon landing is fake. No, I'm kidding. More 5 o'clock news next time. And Baldur's Gate 3 honor mode and debate panel. Tune in, subscribe, vote rebuttal for more news. Yes.
And rebuttals.
Important news and rebuttals. Yes. Thank you. All right, guys. God bless. Have a good night. I'll see you next time.
Have a good night.